Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome everyone in today's class for the first intermediate grade. Our textbook is Super Goal 2 and today we will cover what are you going to wear there reading. This lesson will be presented by me, teacher Mazana Harbi, and the sign language by Mr. Salih Al-Ajan. So let's begin. Our objectives in today's lesson, we hope that at the end of this lesson you will be able to read the text about waterfall and also answer questions from that text. And before we do this, let's make quick revision on our last lesson. Last lesson we had a conversation between three friends, Brian, Andy, and Josh. And we have read this conversation and we have learned about a new place, which is Norway, the place where Andy wants to go, and his friends suggested that he should wear a specific kind of clothing. Like we have here, they told him to wear warm clothes as he's going to go in the cold in a cold weather, very warm clothes and heavy coat, a scarf and gloves, and also to wear sunglasses. And we said there that wearing sunglasses at that time of the year, this is something possible in Norway as they have snow and maybe that a little light in there, and so they would wear these kind of clothing with these sunglasses. And also in your turn, we have suggested that imagine that you have a pen pal and you want this pen pal to or a friend from outside of Riyadh or maybe outside of the kingdom and who wants to visit Riyadh for the first time. So what kind of clothing or what kind of clothes that you would recommend for him to wear? And we said that it depends. It depends on two questions. For example, the first one, at what time of the year that he will visit Riyadh. Maybe he will visit in the summer, then we can recommend that he should wear light clothes. Or maybe he would visit in the winter, and then at this case he should wear warm clothes. And also we said that what are your plans? What kind of activities that person who wants to visit Riyadh for the first time, what kind of activities that he would like to do? Would he like to go, for example, for different ceremonies? Then he should choose a formal clothes. Or if he wants to experience hiking or experience playing football or maybe riding horse, then he should wear light clothes. So here we have the two questions that we need to ask that person when he visits Riyadh for the first time. And also we have 8 questions that is about you. It's just to test your type of clothes. What kind of clothes that would you like? Let's make a quick reminder of those questions. The first one, it was what kind of clothes that you would like to wear? Is it casual, like shirt and shorts, or is it formal, like wearing thobe? And also, what is your favorite color? So when you choose your clothes, what is your favorite color? And do you like shopping for clothes? Why or why not? Why do you like it? State your reason. Because you like the experience of buying clothes, or you don't like it because you feel it's a burden that you don't like to move from one store to another. And also, what clothes do you need to buy? What kind of clothes that you need to buy and you wish to wear every day? And also, where do you shop for clothes? And we have, in the last lesson, we have stated examples on whether you like to buy them online or you go to a mall, as we have learned in the neighborhood lesson, where we have where we have in our neighborhood mall that has different clothing stores. And also, are clothes expensive in your country? And what are you going to wear to school tomorrow? And this is a unified answer. We either wear here in our country, we either wear a uniform or a thobe. This is as a formal clothes to school. And do you think clothes tells a lot about your personality? And we have also stated an example of this, whether when you see someone wearing a specific kind of clothes, that can you tell about that person, whether if he is funny, if he is easygoing, or if he is angry all the time. So does wearing different clothes tells a lot about personality? This is for you to answer. So this is basically is all about our last lesson. In our today's lesson, I would like you now to open your books on page 45. I would like you to open your books on page 45. On page 45, you're going to see two pictures. What I would like you to do to have a look at this photo and try to guess, and also at the title, the Iguazu Falls. I would like you to predict what is the text or what the text is about. What is it about? What do you think? So here from this picture we can see a major waterfall. It's very, very huge, and also here we can see waterfalls and also a lot of trees around this waterfalls. So what do you think? What do you think the text will be about? And to have a further question on this, what would you wear to visit waterfalls? So if you have a chance, or if you already visited waterfalls, what do you think the kind of clothes that's suitable when you go to waterfalls, and why? Some of you may say that we should wear light clothes as to walk maybe inside or aside from these waterfalls, to enjoy the scenery. To enjoying the scenery, of course, there will be breeze, and that breeze will help if you are wearing light clothes. That will help you or will make you feel fresh. And also, have you ever been to large waterfalls like these, and what was it like? What was your experience if you already have been to such large waterfalls? What is the experience? What was it like? Do you like it or you don't? And also, what is the reading going to say about this? Now, all of these information, we're going to listen to them in details in this reading text. And now, we are going to read this reading text, and as we always do in the reading lessons, we're going to listen to it twice. The first time, we're only going to listen for listening, and you don't have to worry if there is a word that you don't understand. We will understand it later when we repeat or we reread again. And for the second time, I would like you to read with me while you follow. Okay? So now we're going to read the text. So for the first time, you just listen. You don't have to read with me, and you don't have to worry about understanding the meaning. And for the second time, this time you try to follow with me, and we will explain the meaning as we go on. So now, let's begin reading the text. The Iguazu Falls. The Iguazu Falls are on the border of Brazil and Argentina. They are very beautiful and very famous. The falls are very popular with tourists from all around the world. At some times during the year, you can see as many as 275 separate waterfalls. The waterfalls go a distance of 2,700 meters. You can hear the roaring sound of the water several kilometers away. Visitors wear waterproof jackets or raincoats with hoods to keep their heads dry. They also wear rubber boots or waterproof shoes. Transportation. There are buses to the falls at the Iguazu Park. Towns. The town of Foz do Iguaçu is near the falls. It is a big town, and it's very busy with people from many places around the world. Other attractions. Macuco boat ride on the Iguazu River to the falls, very exciting. Helicopter ride over the falls, great fun. Itaipu Dam, the hydroelectric dam. Walk on the Brazilian side for a great view. And now, we have read the text for the first time. Now we're going to listen to the text for the second time. And this time I will follow word by word, and you try to follow with me. And also have a look or have a closer look on the words as I read along. So let's begin our second reading. The Iguazu Falls. The Iguazu Falls are on the border of Brazil and Argentina. They are very beautiful and very famous. The falls are very popular with tourists from all around the world. At some times during the year, you can see as many as 275 separate waterfalls. The waterfalls go a distance of 2,700 meters. You can hear the roaring sound of the water several kilometers away. Visitors wear waterproof jackets or raincoats with hoods to keep their heads dry. They also wear rubber boots or waterproof shoes. Transportation. There are buses to the falls at the Iguazu Park. Towns. The town of Foz do Iguaçu is near the falls. It is a big town and it's very busy with people from many places around the world. Other attractions. Macuco boat ride on the Iguazu River to the falls. It's very exciting. Helicopter ride over the falls. Great fun. Itabu Dam, the hydroelectric dam. Walk on the Brazilian side for a great view. So now we have read the text of the Iguazu River. In this text, we have identified where does it or where its location, and also we have talked about how long is this waterfall? Are these waterfalls, and also what should we wear when we go to this waterfall? And also for the second part of this text, we talk about how to get there, how to get to these waterfalls, and also what are the cities or towns that is near these waterfalls, and also if there is other attractions. If there are things that visitors or tourists who wants to go to these waterfalls can do. So now let's go directly to the after reading questions. And here I have 5 questions for the reading text we have just read. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to read those questions and refer back to the text and look for the answers of each question. So let's read the questions first. Question number 1, where are the Iguazu Falls? Number 2, what is near the falls? Number 3, what attractions do the Iguazu Falls have? And number 4, how do the people go to the falls? And number 5, what do visitors wear at the falls? So here we have 5 questions, comprehension questions based on that text. Let's start by answering the first one. The first one here, it says, where are the Iguazu Falls? So going back to the text and try to look for this answer. So where are, here we need the place, we need the location. So if we're going back to the text and try from the first line to look for the answer, here we go. Here we can see a place which is on the border of Brazil and Argentina. On the border of Brazil and Argentina. It means it's not in Argentina nor it's on Brazil. It's on the border of both. So we can say that it is available or it is located on the border of these 2 countries. So we'll go back to the question and we're going to write down the answer as this one. The Iguazu Falls are on the border of Brazil and Argentina. Now, let's try to answer the second question. The second question said, what is near the falls? What is near the falls? So we'll go back to the text, and sometimes when we answer, we try to elicit a word or two from that question and use it when we look for an answer, especially when we are looking for an answer in a text. So here in that question it says, what is near the falls? So here, we'll go back to the text and we find, or we try to find the word near in this text. So for example, in the first one, transportation, there are buses to the falls on the Iguazu Park. No, here I didn't find my answer. Let's read the second one. The town of Foz do Iguaçu is near the falls. Here you go. Then this is our answer. Here we can say the town of Foz do Iguaçu is near the falls. And how can I predict the answer of this question? Is that I know it from the word near. So you can do the same strategy as well. When you have a comprehension question, you can read a word and use that word when you are looking for the answer. So what is near the falls? The town of Foz do Iguaçu is near the falls. Now let's try to answer the third question. The third question says, what attractions do the Iguazu Falls have? What kind of attractions that the Iguazu Falls have? So let's go back to the text and try to look for the answer. So the previous question we stopped at here. Let's continue. It is a big town and it's very busy with people from many places around the world. And here we can see a subtitle called the other attractions. Then the word, here we have the word attractions, and here we have the word attractions. Then we can know that here is the answer that we're looking for. We have the same terms. So here we have as many as 4 attractions. The first one, Makuku boat ride on the Iguazu River, and also helicopter ride over the falls, and Itapu Dam, the hydroelectric dam, and also walking on the Brazil side for a great or for a better view. So let's go back and write down this answer as it is. The answer is an exciting boat ride on the Iguazu River, a helicopter ride over the falls, this is the second attraction, and also the Itapu Dam, the hydroelectric dam, and number 4, a walk with a great view of the falls. So here are here is the answers of the third question. Now we still have 2 questions left. Let's try to read number 4. Number 4, it says, how do the people go to the falls? How do the people go to the falls? So here, when we say how do they go, it means that we're looking for a vehicle. We're looking for a transportation, a way that move these people or take these people from one point or one place to another. So let's go back to the text and try to look for the answer. So here we have talked about the place near the falls, and here we have talked about the attractions, the 4 attractions. So let's read the first one, transportation. Then here we can find our answer. Transportation, what is the method? What is the vehicle that will take us or help us to move from one place to another? So there are buses to the falls at the Iguazu Park. There are buses to the falls at the Iguazu Park. So here, this is our transportation, or this is the way we can move to we can enter the waterfalls. So we'll go back to this page and we'll write this answer. People go to the falls by bus. People go to the falls by bus. And the last question we have, number 5. What do visitors wear at the falls? What do visitors wear at the falls? So as we have said in the beginning, if you experienced or if you already went to a waterfall, so what kind of clothing that would you recommend for people who would go to it? So here we will say, or he will read, what kind of clothes that visitors or people who went to the Iguazu Park will wear. So we'll go back to the text from the first part or the first paragraph. Let's read it and look for the word wear. This is the key word in that question. What would people wear? Wear or clothes. So Let's start from here. They are very beautiful and very famous. The falls are very popular with tourists from all around the world. So here it doesn't mention about clothing. So let's continue. At some times during the year, you can see as many as 275 separate waterfalls. The waterfalls go in distance of 2,700 meters. I'm still looking for the answer. And here we can continue. You can hear the roaring sound of the water several kilometers away. And I'm still looking. Visitors where? And here I have found my answer. Visitors where? So the question about what do visitors wear or visitors wear at the falls? So when I go back to the text, I look for the word where. And here I have found my answers. Visitors wear waterproof jackets or raincoats with hoods to keep their heads dry. And they also wear rubber boots or waterproof shoes. So now we'll go back to the question and write down the answer, which is in this case, visitors wear waterproof jackets or raincoats with hoods and rubber boots or waterproof shoes. So this is the answer of question number 5. But let me ask you this. Did you think or did you thought of this kind of clothes when we ask the question in the beginning of the lesson? What kind of clothes that you would wear when you go to waterfall? If the answer is yes, it means that you guessed well. If it's not, then try to think of why. Why you haven't think of such clothes that people should wear when they go to waterfalls. And now we have reached the end of our lesson. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.